Hello guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video on my channel. Today I'll be talking about this investment strategy that I use, and I think it's pretty much just free money on Sorare. So before I get into this, I just gotta tell you this isn't financial advice, and I recommend that everyone does their own research before buying into these players, as I'll be giving some examples of these players that fit this investment technique that I think is so simple yet so profitable. So what this technique is buying a player when they get injured. So when a player gets injured on server, that means they won't be able to play anymore, right? I mean, yeah, because they're injured. But that means they don't have utility, which is horrible for the player as they're just dead weight. So then a lot of managers will decide to sell their cards on a cheap at a cheaper price, and then in order to just liquidate their funds, and then it causes the player's price to crash. But when the player gets back from injury, uh, the player gets utility again. He starts scoring. He becomes helpful for the managers, so they start buying again, and then their cards prices just start skyrocketing. It's pretty simple, right? So I'll be mostly talking about the Premier League because I'll be talking about Premier League players because I think that's like the most profitable and most safe method to use. And when I recommend doing this, I recommend buying the in-season cards because those are usually the ones that are easiest to sell off, but the old season cards also do work. And then using the smaller leagues and the second division leagues also do work. However, the top four leagues are usually what I have the best success in, but I also do use buy the lower league cards as well. So the first card I'm being talking about is Michael Olise. He's a top talent, and I'm sure all of you guys have heard of it before. He's 22 years old, so he's under 23 utility. He plays for Crystal Palace, and yeah, he's an amazing guard. As you can see, he scores very well. But as you can see, he is currently out injured with a hamstring injury. He is rumored to be back in like around April-ish, like mid-April. And yeah, so as you can see, his price before his injury was around $40, which is a decent amount. But then after the injuries crashed all the way down to like $16, $15. And if you buy him here, you can easily pick him up for $23 right now. I think with some negotiation, you could get around 20 with that. And you just hold on to him until he gets back fit, and then when he starts scoring again and playing again, his price will start to shoot up. You could probably even sell him on the hype before his actual return, and you can sell him at this $40. He does well. Maybe you can sell him for 50. Who knows? You could also keep this card and use his utility and get rewards to get you more cards. And you've bought him at such a cheap price. It's a great value for you. So as you can see, his scores are pretty amazing, but he is a bit injury prone. He came back from injury, scored a few goals, then got back injured, and then after this injury, I think he'll go back to the scoring. He has the capability of hitting these hundreds, 90s, 70s, 80s on a consistent basis. He doesn't play for the best team, but he's still such an amazing player. He's able to pretty much carry Crystal Palace. The second player is a player who's more on a budget. This is Callum Wilson. I'm sure a lot of people know who Callum Wilson is. He's an England England national team player as well. He has featured in some games, and yeah, he's currently injured with a muscle injury. He is expected to be back soon, and yeah. So he used to be around $4 when he's performing well. He could spike up to $6, even $12. I know this because I had won him as a reward once, and I sold him. But yeah, currently he's going for around 170 floor price. You probably could get that at around a dollar 50 max with some trading, and you wait until he's back, and then once he starts again, he'll probably go back up to $4. You might have to wait a bit, but if you're willing to hold on to him, you might even get the $6 to $8. And if you think about that, that's great profit. If you have a bit more money, you could even try this with Rare. So Rare, he's comfortably sold at $40 when he was starting, and then he got injured. He went down to around 15. You can currently pick him up for 13.36. You probably could bring that down to $10. His scores aren't the best, but he's a cheap card, and a lot of people will be using him for the Premier League competitions because he has the capability of hitting decisives here. He went on a good run here, and yeah. The next card is another more expensive card, who is Diogo Jota. You know, Liverpool are currently facing a lot of injuries, so when he comes back, I think he's pretty much guaranteed to start, and he's uh coming back soon around April 13th ish. And you can see the crash in price here, right? He's going for around $30. When he started starting, because Liverpool did do some rotation, he hit the peaks of like $60, was scoring well, maintained the $60, and then he like absolutely crashed back after his injury. And currently, you can pick him up for 16.33. I think you can get him for cheaper. Someone got here for pretty much $10 here. And again, once he starts playing, he'll go up to a minimum of $30, if not more, if he gets the starting spot, and that's just free money. I don't know what more you want from him, right? Because like here, like these scores, he is capable of these scores. Of course, Liverpool have a lot of top players, and there is a chance of him being benched and not starting right away. But once he does get the starting spot back, he is gonna make you a ton of money. Ethan Pinnock is another more cheaper option. So he's a defender for Brighton. He is expected to come back on the 25th of March. As you can see here, he was going for $4. He started playing well, went for $8, and then again, same trend. He just crashed down because he got injured. No one was buying him during the injuries unless it was an auction, and then he's at $2 right now. Around 182, you probably could pick up a one for 150 if you really wanted to, and you just wait for him to come back. He'll come back. You can sell him for 4. Wait for him to start playing again. Sell him for 6, then 8. You get the drift, right? It's really easy. You can go onto websites such as Sports Gambler. They are a great website that shows you like all the injuries of players. You just pick one of these players out, and yeah, you buy them, hold them out, and then when they come back and they start scoring for you again, their prices will definitely rise. Last but not least is Mitoma. So Mitoma is out injured, and he is expected to come back around late April, early May. I mean, yeah, early May. And as you can see, same price trend. He went up to a peak of around $25-$30, got injured, and is around like $10-$15, not even $12.50 right now. You can pick him up for $12.59. His scores are pretty decent, and Brighton are an amazing team. So when he comes back from injuries and starts hitting these scores again, I can guarantee you. I know I won't guarantee you this, but like I expect his price to go back up to a minimum of like $20-$25, and then you can sell him or you can keep him. Maybe even use him in for the Prem competition. So yeah, to summarize, the pretty much the investment method is you buy an injured player, wait for him to return. When he gets that utility back, his price should rise, and you either sell at this higher price or you keep him, use him in your lineups, and win rewards. That's the game of Sorare, isn't it? So yeah, this was my favorite, in my opinion, my favorite investment strategy, and I hope this has helped you. This will help you make a lot of money on Sorare so that you can continue to grow your gallery and own your game, as Sorare says. Thank you. Goodbye.